host, Alex Ringler. Like, not shirtless today. I'm sorry, but there are kids running around. Anyway,
No excuse.
Let's thank you for joining us for our All Stars 4 review. Let's go and see who's in the room. Say who you are, where you're calling in from, and if you've ever been to the ballet before. Starting with Russ.
Hi, I'm Russ White. I'm the co-founder, co-producer of Q Life Media, calling in from Las Vegas, Nevada, and the only ballet I've been to is the Nutcracker.
Very good. That's quite a coincidence. Michael.
Hi, I'm dining and entertainment writer Michael Barbieri, calling in from New York City, gray, dreary New York City. And not only have I been to the ballet, but for a number of years, I worked with American Ballet Theater, not only at their studios, but on stage as an extra.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah,
that was fun.
We have some
got
people
to work with Baryshnikov a lot.
Awesome. We have some people from New York City Ballet here, so that's awesome.
Cool.
And who's that lovely lady I see before me?
Hi, I'm Aaliyah Sky. I'm a fashion designer.
No, I was talking about Walter. Just kidding. Aaliyah, go ahead.
Ladies first.
I'm Aaliyah Sky. I'm a fashion designer and a drag queen, and I live in Los Angeles, and I have never been to the ballet ever.
Okay. I'll take you sometime. It's fun.
Send me a ticket. I'll come see it.
Okay. Next, the man on the red couch.
It's Burgundy. Hi, this is the dreaded and feared Walter Kurtz coming to you live from the bunker, which is not the home of the chandelier that's next week. And no, I've never been to the ballet. However, I have heard that everything's beautiful there.
up a steep and very narrow stairway. And last but not least, please, Chris.
Hi, I'm Christopher Henry. I am an actor, singer, comic, living in Massachusetts. I also work as a film critic for a publication called The Blunt Post. I haven't been to too many ballets, but I have been to a club called the Nutcracker more than a few times. So in my imagination, that counts. I've also been to a club called The Bunker as well.
The Bunker.
And Foxhole.
You've been to all the clubs, we get it.
Yeah.
And I'm Alex Ringler, your host, and I'm calling from the ballet, actually. I'm doing a Nutcracker this weekend, which is why my settings are so great and my lighting is so lovely right now. But let's get started. All Stars 4. If you haven't seen the introduction of the Queens, it's available for free on iTunes. I thought they all looked fabulous, although I will say, a lot of them are getting like a little too much work here and there. Like even, the one with the legs.
Naomi Smalls.
Naomi, she even says in her introduction, she's like, I have a new face. And I'm like, I liked your old face. So,
yeah.
Old face is way better.
And it's just a trend with like all the queens that leave Drag Race. They like get some gigs, get some money, they get some things done. I think it might start to be to their detriment because it's kind of like tattoos. You get one, you keep getting more. As a drag artist yourself, Aaliyah, what would you, do you have any opinion on that?
Well, I mean, I could see how somebody would want to either better themselves or, correctively fix little things. But I think what girls forget is people got to know and love them on TV the way that they were. So to go in and then change your look and change all that kind of stuff, I mean, it's like, you don't really know. It's a gamble. It's a risk. So I would never.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I might, but I just think because they're painting their faces so big, they might be taking their work a little too big. I don't know. My opinion.
Maybe they feel it translates differently when they're performing live and on stage in person with people, as opposed to what we see when they're on camera. In which case, it's like, whoa, what's with those Donatella Versace lips, Naomi? Like, those are some serious things.
She had lips already. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I think it has been with the past 2 or 1 season of All Stars where we start with the library being open. So the last 1 or just 2?
Get the hate out of the way right away. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, I love it though, because it's seasoned queens who should know how to do this, except one of them last night. So Walter, what did you think were some of your best or your favorite reads?
My favorite read of the night was the one where I can't remember what the line was, talking about Pheromone was so stupid as to believe that Valentina was actually her best friend. I thought that was the best read of the evening.
Who did say that?
That was Naomi.
That was Naomi?
That was
Yeah.
Naomi.
Good on her. Yeah. I thought everyone did really well, but Farrah kind of fell into the same thing she did with the Michelle Visage roast, where it was like she had like half a joke or just like an observation and then laughed at herself afterwards. What did you think were some of your favorites and least favorite performances, Michael?
I honestly, I don't care for the whole reading is fundamental thing.
Yeah.
I find that it loses on TV. It loses its bite. And yeah, I do agree with the fact I thought that Pheromone just wasn't funny. She's supposed to be this comedy queen. She wasn't funny.
She is?
I've never heard of her as comedy, but I think, especially with Valentina being like, she did a pretty good job in the reads. And it's like these new drag queens, or everyone's saying these younger drag queens. I think that kind of represents both ends of the spectrum. You have the Pheromones and you have the Valentinas who quickly pick up things, know what they're doing, and know what they want to do. And Farrah is like kind of there in a lot. She's very pretty. But what I liked about Valentina's performance in the reading challenge was that she actually had some good digs. She knew what she was doing. She kind of got in there and did her thing. And to me, that's like the difference in young drag today is like, because people like read young drag being like, they're not seasoned, they don't know what they're doing. Valentina knows exactly what she's doing. She has like a sight and a goal in mind, and she's good at it. And Farrah kind of seems to be like, I'm pretty. And it's like the difference between being a performer or a professional and being an Instagram queen. And they were talking about that as well. And speaking of talking to each other, we get to the workroom, and we're starting to get ready for the main challenge, and which we'll get into later. I really liked it. But what did we think of all the cattiness that was going on? I mean, some of it seemed a little forced, like maybe they wanted camera time, and some of it seemed like maybe they know each other from outside. They're not having it. So, Russ, what do you think of that?
It's one of my favorite parts of All Stars is that we know the queens, and the queens know each other.
Yes.
And they know how to dig. Yeah, my favorite line of the night was from Gia. Talking about Trinity and how tucking is not a talent. And
She won.
I'll come back to that in the competition, though.
Yeah. I think you're right, but that's the thing. I think you hit the nail right on the head. We know them, they know each other. They know how to dig at each other to get a reaction from both them and from us. So it
seems less manufactured this season. I mean, the thing was in season 9, we had kind of this RuPaul's therapy season going on in the workroom. And then right into All Stars, I felt like the producers tried to overcorrect on that.
Yeah.
And they just had them go in hard on each other. It was like bad Thanksgiving with your relatives.
And then we got the fiction.
I feel like this is like right in between where, yeah, it's catty. It's a little cutthroat, mostly from Gia. But for the most part, it doesn't seem like this forced, like, bitterness that we were getting cough, cough, milk last season. So
yeah, a little bit. And then I think because of that, that's what birthed the Vixen being on the show, because they're like, well, we need someone in there who's going to be a villain, who's going to go and get it. And so okay, so we'll see what comes up again with catchiness and all that. I like it as long as it doesn't go too far, as long as it doesn't get yeah, Michael.
Oh, I just think that Gia, it goes beyond good-natured cattiness. She comes across as mean to
Agreed.
me.
I think so too, and I think that's just kind of who she is, like
mean and negative.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with like the art of reading. Is like it's supposed to be something that we all laugh at together, like including the person you're reading. And I mean, it was a little more biting when it like first originated in the 80s and stuff like that. But it's supposed to be something you do at a ball, and we're all there to celebrate together. So getting to the main challenge, I really like when they start with a variety show, because we've been saying it for years that we like that should be every first challenge of every RuPaul's Drag Race, because it shows us how these queens perform, what their strengths are, what they're not comfortable with. And then we can like play, because all we hear from them is like, I don't do this normally. This isn't my real thing. I don't do this. And it's like, well, in the words of Bianca Del Rio, what do you do quickly? And we could just get that out of the way.
So
if
what
we
you're
just had this challenge every first challenge. Russ, what are you saying?
What you're saying is they're finally listening to us.
Maybe. And to Bianca Del
only
Rio,
if they
as
do it on
everyone
a
should.
regular season.
Walter, so what did you think of the challenge? And who are some of your favorites and who did you?
Well, we mentioned Gia, who was gratuitously nasty. I actually thought she got ripped off. I thought she
did great.
The best performance. Absolutely, it was artistic. It was beautiful. It was elegant. It was sophisticated, and she should have won.
There's a real art to that. It's onagata, the men playing women in kabuki.
Yeah, it was first rate, first class.
It was beautiful.
She got ripped off.
I was surprised when she was safe, honestly.
When they started with Gia, Valentina, I thought, okay, well, there's your top right there.
Valentina killed it. Valentina absolutely killed it. So, so.
Hey, honey.
It was a little interesting with Trinity, I think. I liked her number. I didn't really love it. And like Gia said, tucking isn't a talent. She kind of turned it into an act, which is cool and everything. But top, I don't know. I don't think Trinity's a top. And there was another one. And the Farrah slip thing. I think that also shows her age. I think that shows her inexperience in performing, because you're supposed to just turn it into something.
The thing is, that was something that showed a lot of great production value. But I mean, that isn't real. I mean, I'm not trying to knock. I feel like, I don't have a dog in this race when it comes to Pheromone. I'm sure she's lovely. She's very beautiful. But the reality is, with that production value, anybody could have stood in her place and do what she did.
Good point.
That's just, she didn't even really dance or move. She just.
It reminded me a little of Coco Montrese's dance number, which was just kind of pointless.
Well, Coco, at least we know, can dance. Coco had a show in Vegas, and we've seen her dance, and so that was disappointing because we were we know you can do better. This was just this is the best you can do.
Yeah, and this is again what do you do well quickly? We at this point I don't know what Farrah does well. And that's just kind of sad. That shows all the points we're reading her being I don't know if she belongs here because she hasn't proved herself as an all-star. So I don't.
But you know what? Yes. The criticism that we're giving Pheromone for this, well, you're beautiful and what else, can just as easily be given to Valentina. Because
I disagree.
No, let me finish.
I'm letting you.
She came out and she was absolutely beautiful, and all she did was lip sync and spin around and whip her hair.
But those spins are not easy to do. She was dancing her face off. I have to say that
she spun. The rest of it, she was doing Cameron Michaels with the hair flip and all that. But my point is, we are wowed by Valentina because it's oh my God, she is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. She's like a model. She's Linda Evangelista. And yet and I was wowed by it initially too. And then afterwards I thought, but what did she do? All she did was lip sync.
She was a cut rate J-Lo.
Okay, but at the same time, she probably helped write that song. She had to record that song. Farrah was walking around the stage doing burlesque. She wasn't. She was just walking around the stage being pretty. So that's where I draw the definition between the two of them.
And I would say Farrah is probably more naturally pretty than Valentina. So that's not even something that I hold I never look at Valentina and see, oh, this stunning, she's beautiful, but she still looks, she's not so fish that she passes a beautiful court in the act girl for me. But she does have a quality. I don't like her personality. I'm not going to ever claim to think that Valentina is this amazing person. But
cool. Okay.
I've seen her
so it
perform,
sounds like we're in agreement on the bottom. Did anyone else have a specific performance that they were particularly wowed by? Aaliyah, for instance?
Well, I really liked Latrice's, because you want to talk about talent. I get with Farrah. I get doing the burlesque. Hey, if you're not been to La Creme, who did it the best, don't do it. So, but I thought Latrice, if you want to talk about who has talent, like Latrice twirling those flags, that takes talent. That takes.
It does.
I've never
Most
seen
of the other
Latrice do anything
talent-
like that.
See,
Well,
I
I
think
was
a variety show, it should be entertaining, but it should be talent as well. So to come out and just dance around, that's cute. But I can go to any gay bar in America on a Saturday night and see that.
Well, that's what I've said before, honestly, like with Cameron Michaels and even with our current reigning queen, Aquaria, that final lip sync between the three of them last season, all they were doing was running around the stage and rolling around and whipping her hair. And Eureka was actually trying to engage the audience and actually like make a performance and like basically communicate. And I need more out of my queen than running around and whipping hair. So to that end, Walter, I do agree with you that like it was a little simple. I will say it was a little simple.
What I wish Latrice had done, because Latrice actually can sing.
Mm-hmm.
I wish she had just come out in a gown with a microphone in the center stage and sung a standard.
That would have been nice. She might be saving that for a different challenge, and she might like want to show us something different that like maybe we weren't expecting. I wasn't expecting.
Because I mean, if you can sing, then sing. Don't go whipping flags around.
All right. Well then, so we didn't necessarily agree with the tops. We agreed with the bottoms. I think
We
Jasmine.
didn't discuss the bottom.
I think if she had fought a little harder, Sarah would have been home. So, Russ, what do you think? If Jasmine would have been a little less flazé-da, if we will, about the whole situation.
Thank you, Pearl.
Maybe, do you think she would have stayed?
No.
Really?
It was pathetic.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. I mean,
It was embarrassing.
Manila painted flowers and outdid Jasmine.
Upside down, mind you.
But she painted them upside down.
In heels.
Twist. Literal twist.
In heels.
And on camera, you got, and in a wig.
And on camera.
That's actually reminiscent, though, I gotta say, of Bianca Del Rio sewing a dress on stage in like 7 minutes. I really liked when there's a video out there of her doing that. So check that out. And what were you saying?
I did. Did you catch Gia in the final performance with Trinity? After her reveal, Gia says, "I think I've been tucking wrong the whole time."
Oh, that was Manila, right? Yeah.
That was Manila said that.
Oh, it was Manila?
Yeah.
Racist.
Not all Asian drag queens look alike Russ, okay?
No, I thought it was Gia, and that's why I was making the reference back to.
Oh yeah, no. Manila had some good asides, I will say. Some good confessional moments.
Well, Manila's funny.
Yeah, she is really funny. Okay, so going on out, here on out, do any of you have like a horse in the race? Are you like really rooting for someone? Do you really think it should be someone's turn? I'm kind of on the Latrice side myself. Aaliyah, how about you?
Of course, I love Latrice. I really hope that she goes really, really far. I think Monique Hart will be one to look out for, definitely. I think Valentina will try really, really hard, and something's going to take her down. That's going to be like last time she was on, something random. But
she's going to be on Fox Live Rent anyway, so she's good.
Yeah. So like she's good. I really hope Latrice does really well though, because she is. She's from the older cast. She's from like the original first group of seasons, and it's always nice to see one of the older queens return and have that like refreshment and being able to be seen by so many people, especially talent that we love. So I hope Latrice does really well. I'm rooting for Latrice.
I agree.
I agree.
Walter, what do you have a horse in the race?
I don't have a horse in the race so much as I think that the producers want Valentina to win.
Really?
Yeah. I think that Monet is going to be another fan favorite. I mean, did you see how much screen time she got last night? They were constantly cutting to Monet to talk about things, but I think Monet's going to shoot herself in the head because it's the premiere. The problem was with her season was her looks, and what does she do? Her entrance look, bodysuit. Her talent, bodysuit.
Yeah.
The bitch hasn't learned. She says that she's going to step up her game. Well, she fell flat on the face in episode.
Well, that's the thing. She should have from moment one. And not to keep harping on Farrah, but in her interview, she said, "I just want to prove that I'm not the whiny queen. I want to come back." And I'm like, Did I lose everybody? No, I was,
Yeah,
okay,
we're
sorry. She didn't want to be the whiny queen, and what did she do the entire episode? She cried. And so it's like, I know there are times, we've all had them, where you can't keep those tears in. But if it's your goal to not do that, then you have to go there being like, I'm not going to cry. Even if I have to, I'm going to do something. I'm going to go take a breath, and I'm going to come back on camera. Like, it needs something like that. Anyway, Michael.
Of course, I love Latrice. I think she deserves it.
Yeah.
I do like Monet a lot. I still like Monet a lot, but I agree with the judges when they said, move beyond the sponges, for Christ's sake. We know that it's your thing, but do something different now.
But if it had been a fabulous outfit, they wouldn't have said that. If it had been something, if it had been a fabulous, inventive, clever outfit, they wouldn't have said that.
Agreed.
Fucking body.
But it was another.
It was the dress without the tail.
Suit decorated.
It was the dress without the tail. That's all it was. And so it's like, we've seen it, we get it.
Yeah, it was unoriginal.
But I still like her a lot. I think she's
Love
funny.
her.
I think she's talented, and I'd like to see her go far.
I agree. So, and Russ, how about you?
No one standing out for me yet. I'm gonna give it about 2 weeks before I hop on the horse.
Before you hop on one of the queens. Well, guys, I hate to cut this short, but I gotta go get ready for my show. But I'm really excited about this season. I'm really glad that everyone's back watching, and I'm glad that all of my panelists are here, especially the beautiful Elias guy who got into drag for us very, very early, and I appreciate that. And you look gorgeous.
Hey, drag.
Thank you, girl. Up at 9.
Quickly, predictions. Who's going home next?
Home next, Farrah.
Naomi.
Farrah.
Who else?
Naomi.
All unanimously said Farrah.
Sorry, Farrah. Like, maybe she'll be the Roxy of this season, and just like we keep flushing, but she just won't go down.
No, bye, girl.
Yeah, bye. Send us a postcard.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, it's great talking with you again. Join us every week here on the morning after on Q Life Media. All right, you guys, have a good day. I'm gonna go dance. Bye.
Bye.
Off your nuts.